Nnamdi Kanu destroyed our peaceful region with agitation for Biafra nation. Now all our children are now bearing guns. Umahi says agitation in the southeast has been hijacked by criminals. And he said he warned Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when they all started these agitations for, Biafra nation. He said, but today, all Igbo youths are now with guns. Umahi, who is the current Minister of Works, he was the former governor of Ebonyi State, said this when he appeared on Channels TV's Breakfast show Sunrise Daily on Monday. The minister was speaking about the security situation in the southeast, the activities of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and other issues. At the initial time, it was an issue of, look, we are being marginalized. A lot of people killed into that, Umahi said, of the initial agitation in the region. Then along the line, he developed into violence. And then later, the same agitation has been hijacked by criminals, bandits, and kidnappers. The former governor of Ebonyi State explained that the grievances of people in the region over the years had led to the support for IPOB, which had said it was fighting against the marginalization of the region. So a lot of people killed in, he said. If anybody had grievances with the entire federal government, the person becomes a supporter of IPOB. If you sought anything at the federal level and you fail to get it, you become a supporter of IPOB. Those in diaspora that went for greener pastures and they failed to get such became very bitter with the Nigerian society, and so followers kept growing. According to the former governor, the situation worsened when the conflict with herdsmen came up. There were a couple of killings in the southeast, and the people were a bit helpless and felt the governors were not protecting them. He said, adding that though the governors did a lot to ensure that there was peace between the herders and people, the residents were not satisfied. You see, some ununiformed elements felt that the only way to solve the problem between us and the herdsmen was to ask them to leave the southeast. The preferred option for these elements, explained, was not nationalistic because people from the southeast also live in the north. Then came the IPOB with ESN, the Eastern Security Network, which is the militant aspect of IPOB, and they started to issue orders of threats, the former governor said. So, along the line, the whole exercise has been hijacked in the southeast. We no longer have kidnappers. Everyone that commits one crime act or the other claims to be IPOB. The former governor accused some politicians who he did not name of capitalizing on the situation. These politicians, he said, began to import killers from outside the southeast to advance their political interests. Umahi, however, stressed that the people were beginning to understand the situation and support for IPOB is declining due to the actions of the group and the level of violence in the region. He added that some of the issues of leadership and development that led to the crisis of marginalization were addressed to complement efforts being made by the governors to tackle the situation. The security will improve in the region. According to Umahi, it is in the failure of the federal government to treat the region equally that has led to the agitations and calls for secessionist state Biafra. This idea of Biafra is madness, he said, adding that most elites in the southeast do not want Biafra. We don't want Biafra. We only want to be treated equally like other regions in Nigeria, Governor Umahi stressed. Speaking of the sit-at-home order, which it says is mostly issued by people in diaspora, led by Simon Ekpa, the governor lamented that the Southeast people are compiling only out of fear and not because they want to be obedient. If you had a policeman to everybody, nobody is going to obey any sit-at-home, he said. He therefore promised that governors from the region will continue doing what they can do to safeguard the people because we cannot have Biafra by the way they are going about it. So guys, this is the former governor of Ebonyi State, Governor Dave Umahi, who is the current Minister of Works. Is he talking about Biafra agitations in the Southeast? He said the agitation in the Southeast has been hijacked by criminals. He also said that he warned Nnamdi Kanu of these Biafra agitations, but they did not listen to him. Now everybody in the Southeast are now bearing guns. So what do you have to say concerning this? Let's hear from you. Kindly drop your comment below the comment section. Please, if you're just joining us for the first time, subscribe to this channel and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you and bye for now.